welcome back. This morning we have a heartwarming story to share with you. Bayani, this is the ABCs of Me, is a beautiful Filipino children's book about an autistic boy who takes readers on this journey through the ABCs, celebrating identity, understanding, and acceptance. Joining me here this morning to talk more about the inspiring story is Redner, and we have Irene here with us. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having us here.
Well, listen, thank you so much for waking up. This book is amazing. I got a chance to see some of the photos on Instagram and just reading a couple of the pages. Tell me how you guys got here and why this was so important to create and design this book.
I think it's so important now that it's World Autism Month that we share this type of story. Representation matters nowadays, right? And this is actually the first ever Filipino children's ABC book.
Yes, and this is just the beginning for us.
Yes.
Well, when I'm just taking a look at this, Bayani is right there with you, right?
Yes, I'm holding Bayani and he is our hero.
Yeah, and this was actually created by an autism mom in the Philippines. So a lot of the work we do helps to, Jacksonville has one of the largest Filipino populations in the country. And it's very important for us to help give back to the Philippines. And this is one way that we help give back, especially with the work that we do with the autism community.
Well, tell us about the journey of Bayani. Tell us how this book got started and why it's so important for folks at home to know that this is the book you need on your shelf, even if your kid has autism or not.
So we're both very involved with Jax Filipinos, which is a nonprofit organization in Jacksonville, connecting everyone to the Filipino culture here in Jacksonville. So it was important for us because our background, right?
Yeah, it's our background. Both for us, for both of us, we almost have 30 years over of experience. So we just said, well, it is time for us to get back through the community, and that's why we decided to write a book.
Yeah. Well, you all had Claire, our morning genius.
Yes.
She was
She's
your
amazing.
host there. She got a chance to MC this event. Tell us about that event and what happened there.
Oh my gosh, this is very exciting and overwhelming because there are almost like 100 people
Right.
showed up. And so we can see the support from the community, especially for the Filipino community who supported us through our journey.
It was a great event, so we were super excited.
Well, why autism? It could have been anything else that you wanted to represent. What was so unique about that?
It's just our work that we've done. When we did our research, if you looked at Google, we tried to research, there was nothing about an autistic Filipino. And we just feel like we had stories of families that would come to us and be like, you know, they don't see themselves in the media or in the literature. So it was important to elevate their voices. And we actually, through this book, we actually got autistic feedback from autistic persons who really shared their stories and their experiences. So they were happy to have something that they could relate to.
What does that mean to you, Irene, to know, like when they're reading, going through those pages, connecting with the pages?
Oh my gosh, it becomes so emotional. There are some parts that makes me cry, tears, especially for like the letter H. H is a hero, and the Bayani means hero. So it becomes very emotional, and I can share a story about a kid who was in the Philippines, and he read the book, and what he said is, "Mom, that's me." I said, "Oh, that is the work, our work. That like our job is done because we were able to affect some Filipino kid that it's all about them. It's about them."
Right, and you said the biggest community here in Jacksonville for Filipinos. You can bring this book to different events. It's not just for kids who have autism, like we said before. So how do you get this book inside of classrooms? What's next for you all?
So really, it's available on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, any of those websites. We're happy and excited to announce that it's actually in the top 3 of Asian American children's bookstores. So we're so excited about that. And it's not just for Filipino children, it's for everyone. It teaches you about the Filipino culture, teaches you about autism, and it teaches you about the beauty of that we all have a hero inside of us.
All right, I know with children's books, oftentimes it just doesn't start with one book. What happens next in Bayani's journey?
So there's so much, there's a lot happening. So he's gonna have a lot of adventures, and his next adventure is actually coming April 26th, because we have an event at the Literary Lounge at Murray Hill for Independent Bookstore Day. So come on out, support, and we'll have Bayani there.
All right, well, you two, thank you so much for joining us, and folks at home. For them, one more time, how can they go about finding Bayani?
So you can find it on Amazon, any major retailers, and also locally at Femfire Books, a Literary Lounge, and Happy Medium Books.
All right, Redner and Irene, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
And if you can hold up Bayani, and we'll send you right to break.